Hey, welcome to my journey into another prep once, eat twice. I got a couple good ones for you today. I do have some good ones. These are Instant Pot recipes, although I think you could probably be doing it. Well, I know you can do the Mississippi chicken in the crock pot because I have, just like the Mississippi pot roast. And I guess you could the other one. I guess you could. But anyway, what we're doing today is, I think I just told you, Mississippi chicken. And that originally started out, I think, originally as Mississippi pot roast. And then it just went over to chicken because, I mean, that's just a common jump to try to do something with chicken that you would do with beef. And then the other one is buffalo chicken sliders. And that one, like I said in the video, is a total experiment, but it worked. So, spoiler alert. I have two more dishes for the freezer for after surgery. If you're new here, the reason I'm doing this series is because I'll be having knee replacement on October 2nd, and I am trying to get as many meals in the freezer to help during that recovery period as I can. And so I thought, you know what, that's wonderful to bring people along in, because you might be facing the same thing, or maybe you just like to, like I used to do. I don't have any reason for it other than I like to have something in there so I didn't have to stand around and cook all the time. Because, I mean, if you can do something to make your life easier, why not do it? So you don't have to be facing surgery to want to cook for your freezer. Anything you cook, pretty much. I mean, there's some things, but the way I used to always figure it, if I seen it frozen in the grocery store, I was going to freeze it myself. So that's how I used to do. I would freeze anything. If I couldn't can it, I would freeze it. So I used to do once a month cooking when that was popular. And I would do all kind of things for that and get my freezer stocked up. So it was just a natural thing for me to do it now. So anyway, long story short, you can do it for any number of reasons. So that's all I'm going to talk about. We will turn around and get started cooking. The first thing we're going to make is some Mississippi chicken, and it's the same recipe as Mississippi pot roast. The only difference is instead of 2 pounds, which is what one recipe makes, it covers 2 pounds of chicken. I'm cutting mine in half. So I'm going to cut my seasonings in half, because if you put the whole recipe on only 1 pound of chicken, it's going to be way too strong. So I want to use half this packet of au jus mix, however you want to say it. But I don't know how much is in it, and I can't eyeball what I can't see. So I'm just going to put it out there and try to do half. And then I do know that this is 3 tablespoons, so a tablespoon and a half would be 1 packet. So it's 1 packet of the au jus mix and 1 packet of the ranch seasoning mix. This is 2 pounds of chicken. I'm only going to put 1 pound in my Instant Pot. And then it's also the pepperoncinis. I don't know how you say that either. And those are to taste. The juice and the peppers are to taste. So let's slide over here to the, uh-oh, I forgot to turn off. I just got through cooking some plain chicken for the freezer. There we go. All right, let's slide over. All right, I'm going to put 1 pound in the pot, which I weighed this, and it's, I think, three of these. Yep, that's right. Because that is gracious. Oh, my pot's hot. My chicken's sticking. My chicken's sticking. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a tablespoon and a half of ranch. And then, let's see, this looks like it might be about the same amount. There's a tablespoon. There's a tablespoon. Yep. About a tablespoon and a half. That must be a standard packet size. And then we want to throw in some of the little peppers here. We don't eat them. We just use them for seasoning. A little bit of the pepper juice, because you do want that flavor. And it will make it hot. It does to us. And then half a cup of water. And my recipe, when I cook it, I do it for 7 minutes. But I saw a recipe said 15. So I'm going to do it for 15 and see if it makes much of a difference. So you just want to do high 15 minutes. There we go. Now let's head over to the other side of the kitchen. Nope, we're back. I can't remember if mine uses butter or not. I don't think I put butter in mine. But the whole recipe would use a stick of butter. So I'm just using a half a stick per recipe. Now we're going to do 15 minutes. Okay, so this is all we're going to do to get one for the freezer for later on. We're going to put, now I might have could have got by with a quart-sized bag, but I already wrote on this one, so we're going to use it. So we just put our chicken in there. Let me move this. And then the rest of our au jus, our other tablespoon and a half of ranch, and then let's see if I can get a hold of them, some peppers. Oh, hold on, let me get a fork. Oop. And some pepper juice. Oh, let me kind of coat this right quick. I don't want that to freeze dry. I think it might give you, sorry. Okay. Then we're going to drop in our stick of butter. And I have this, let me, hold on. I think I couldn't have got by with a quart bag, but it's already here. So I have it marked, so I will know, or David will know if he's making this. You can cook it frozen or thawed in the Instant Pot. I know it's Instant Pot because I got IP. For 15 minutes, add a half a cup of water. Don't forget to write that part down because you may forget it. You might not just be thinking. Be sure and add a half a cup of water when you cook it. Now, that will go in the freezer. And I will be back when the other one's ready to show you how it looks in case you've never seen it. Okay, I cooked it for 15 minutes. I let it naturally release. I normally do 10, but it went 13 because I was doing something else. And it's pretty much completely out of pressure by then. So I'm just going to take the, oh, it smells so good. I wish I could eat the peppers. Seems a shame to waste them, but we just can't do it. So eat the peppers if you like them. Otherwise, we're just going to get rid of them. Now, you can get your mixer out if you want to. Oh, yeah, I think I like 15 minutes better than 7. 7 cooks it. Your chicken's fully cooked, but this is more tender. So I vote 15. I'm going to change my recipe on my website. But I'm not going to mess up my mixer. I mean, I got a dishwasher, but I'm not going to bother with it for this little bit of chicken. If I was making sandwiches, I'd probably shred it finer. I might get out the mixer. But for this, you can see how tender it is. It's just coming apart really well. Okay. And we just want to put it right back in our juice. And this is how we will serve it. You can serve it over rice, which is really good. Shred it finer if you want to. Put it on sandwiches. You could thicken this juice if you want to. I don't. Take it out, eat it like this. Get you a spoon, put some juice on it, however you want to eat it. But it's ready. So we have our cooked, and we have our one for the freezer. Didn't take me any longer to separate them. Not really. Than to put them in one pot. So this is perfect for us because this is all we need in one meal anyway. So hang on, we're going to do at least one more thing. Tonight's recipe is a total experiment. We are going to do buffalo chicken sliders. I found a recipe, and then when I went in there and started reading it, after I cut it out and everything, I'm reading it tonight, and I'm like, I think I want to do that completely differently. So this is just my recipe, and we're going to hope that it works. So what I have, this chicken's already been cut up because when I got all that chicken the other day on my grocery haul, I went ahead and cleaned all the parts off, you know, and cut it into pieces and weighed it. So this is 2 pounds of chicken. This would be one recipe, but I'm making it into 2 because I'm going to freeze one. Let me show you. I've already wrote on here what it is. I don't know if you can see. Add the chicken broth, 15 minutes, and serve it with ranch and green onions. Which I was going to cut my green onions before we come on here, but, well, I might have could have used this same bag, but, well, it was too late for that. So I know that 3 of these is 1 pound. I'm pretty sure that's how I have this calculated. There's 3, 1. Yep, that's how. So I got 1 pound in the Instant Pot and 1 pound in the bag. So let me slide this over, and we're gonna mix our sauce. I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo sauce. It's mild. It's still pretty hot to us, but that's why I want to cut it. I want to use a cup of this. Don't use regular hot sauce because it won't be the same. Use a buffalo wing sauce. So a cup of that and a cup of ranch dressing. And it's in here because it's not homemade by me. It's homemade by the Mayflower, our local fish camp. When I went to get our fish plate, I did not know they sold it by the pint. So I got one while I was in there because me and the girl was talking about how good it is. And she said, well, we sell it by the pint. I'm like, well, I need one. So hold on. And they make it there at the store. It's delicious. She didn't know how. I asked her. She didn't know. So I'm going to whisk that together. And I know I have 2 cups, so I'll put a cup on each. Okay, let me... Okay, and a cup in here. Okay, I scraped the rest of that out, but my hand was right in front of the thing, so I'm not showing you that part. This will just get sealed. Squish the air out. I'll just kind of squish that around a little bit. And I will put this in the freezer in my little, let me get it. Hold on. You can use any kind of dish or pan that you have. I just got that out of the freezer because I was freezing my Mississippi chicken. But that's how I like to freeze mine. And it's in nice little neat packages to stack in there. So let's take this over to the Instant Pot. I have a ½ cup of chicken broth. And I just made this with instant bouillon. I'm just going to pour it kind of around the edges. It just kind of goes on the top, really. Okay. And then to cook it for 15 minutes, which I think is probably, yep, on high, 15 minutes, because I liked how my last chicken turned out. And then after 15 minutes, let it naturally release for 10. which it will almost completely be released at that point. So I'll be back. All right, so here it is. We're going to take the chicken out. Let me cancel. I already unplugged it. Hold on. Okay, we're going to hit saute because we want to thicken up this sauce, because the chicken let off a lot of liquid. So while we're letting that come up to the boil, we're going to shred this chicken. Hold on. I want it shredded really good because it's going on little small slider buns. So if you've never done this before, I'm just going to, I don't know, however long it takes, I'll probably fast forward it and put some music to it so you can see how good it does. So that is almost up to the boil. Let me get some cornstarch and water. All right, you can see it is boiling really good. I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. And we're going to let this cook until it thickens up. Okay, I think that's good enough. We'll cancel it. And let's add our chicken back in. Let's plate it up. Okay, I got my chicken on there. I want to drizzle just a little bit more ranch. I know it's going to be messy, but if it ain't messy, is it really good? And some green onions. And this is just a potato slider bun. You could pop this, put some butter on it, and put the butter on it, and oh my gosh, I cannot speak. And pop it in the oven or under the broiler to toast it if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave mine plain. So let's let this cool off. I'll give it a taste. See if my experiment worked. Well, you can see I took my bite. It is quite delicious. I think my experiment worked wonderfully. And I meant to tell you, you can use blue cheese dressing instead of ranch. I'll eat blue cheese. David won't. I think blue cheese would be really good. And some blue cheese crumbled in here with the sandwich. Oh, yeah, that would be really good. So there you go. There is our buffalo chicken sliders. Stay tuned for whatever's coming up next.